In the modern enterprise, pure data is the most valuable asset. When a network is breached and sensitive information falls into the wrong hands, the resulting financial loss and reputational damage can shutter an organization overnight. This constant threat operates on a massive scale, known as information warfare. Adversaries aggressively leverage information and communication technologies to secure competitive advantages over their targets. This diagram from the Certified Ethical Hacker curriculum outlines the core architecture of that warfare. Analyst Martin Libicki divides these threats into categories, highlighting economic warfare, which blocks vital information flow, and cyber warfare, where attackers systematically target a victim's digital infrastructure. Acknowledging the scale of these campaigns forces a sobering realization. Every modern organization is an active participant on a digital battlefield, regardless of whether they choose to engage. To understand how those massive global warfare campaigns actually succeed, we have to zoom all the way in to the microscopic mechanics of a single network breach. Look at this equation. A successful breach requires a motive, a method, and an underlying vulnerability. Attackers cycle through countless tools to exploit just one flaw. They need only one vulnerability to fulfill their objective, whether stealing data, demanding ransom, or disrupting business continuity. The fundamental tension here is incredibly asymmetric. Defenders have to secure a nearly infinite surface area across every device and server, while an attacker only has to find one single flaw to win. Defending against that asymmetry requires abandoning the idea of an impenetrable wall. True information security is the active maintenance of a digital state of well-being. This visual represents the traditional core of that well-being. It relies on a triad. Confidentiality ensures data is accessible only to authorized users. Integrity guarantees that data remains trustworthy and unaltered. And availability ensures the systems actually work when those authorized users need them. But as threats evolve, that triad expands to include two more elements. Authenticity verifies that communications and documents are genuine, and non-repudiation uses digital signatures to guarantee that a sender cannot later deny taking an action. These 5 elements serve as the required shield against an attacker's motives. Confidentiality stops the theft of sensitive data, integrity prevents the manipulation of records, and availability keeps business continuity intact during a disruption. Organizations operationalize those 5 elements through information assurance. This diagram lists the physical, technical, and administrative controls required to achieve assurance, from developing local policies to designing strict user authentication strategies. Effective assurance requires anticipating threats before they strike. Organizations use the threat intelligence lifecycle to continuously collect, process, and analyze raw data into actionable defenses. A vital component of defense is ethical hacking. To prove your locks work, hire someone to deliberately think, act, and attack like a malicious adversary. This is separated from actual cybercrime by strict professional hygiene. Ethical hackers operate under written authorization and tightly defined scopes. They maintain meticulous logs of their commands and rely on safe rollback plans to ensure no actual damage occurs during the test. You cannot guarantee information assurance in a theoretical vacuum. You have to actively attack your own systems in a controlled environment to prove they can survive the real thing. So, how does an enterprise coordinate all these moving parts, the 5 elements, the threat intelligence, and the ethical hacking, into a cohesive daily strategy? You look to the NIST Cybersecurity Framework 2.0. This provides a taxonomy of high-level outcomes designed to help any organization assess, prioritize, and communicate its cybersecurity efforts. The proactive side of this wheel focuses on preparation. Govern establishes the organization's risk strategy, identify catalogs assets and vulnerabilities, and protect implements the safeguards, like the CIA triad, to prevent unauthorized access. The reactive side kicks in the moment a vulnerability is inevitably exploited. Detect finds the active compromise, respond contains the damage, and recover restores normal operations. The NIST framework transforms these individual defenses into a systematic, repeatable risk management process. Ultimately, information security is the continuous, daily process of keeping the possibility of disruption, theft, or tampering low, or at least tolerable. Perfect 100% security is a myth. The goal is a dynamically managed risk profile that allows your organization to weather the storm while maintaining business continuity. Maintaining the structural integrity of the modern digital world requires an active, organizational mastery of these security concepts.